Could Canada really become the 51st state of the United States? It sounds like the plot of a political thriller, but recent comments from President-elect Donald Trump have reignited this startling idea. As Canada grapples with a domestic political crisis and the looming threat of a tariff war, the very identity of this nation hangs in the balance. Is this a lighthearted joke, the prelude to a geopolitical upheaval? Let's uncover the truth. President-elect Donald Trump joked that it would be a great idea for Canada to become the 51st state of the U.S. as Canadian leader Justin Trudeau faces a domestic political crisis linked to fears over a potential tariff war with Trump. Many Canadians want Canada to become the 51st state, Trump posted on his Truth social platform on Wednesday. It would save massively on taxes and military protection. I think it is a great idea. 51st state, he added. A Ledger poll suggests 13% of Canadians would want the country to become a state of the U.S. Trump made the same joke at a dinner at his Mar-a-Lago resort in late November to reported laughter in the audience. President-elect suggested, according to Fox News, that merging the nations would resolve his concerns over fentanyl trafficking and stem the flow of illegal migration, an issue that largely impacts the U.S. southern border. Since his comment, Trump has called Prime Minister Justin Trudeau Governor of Canada on his platform, a title normally used by the leaders of U.S. states. Trump's comments come as Trudeau is grappling with his leadership after the shock resignation of Canadian Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland, one of his most powerful and loyal ministers. Freeland and Trudeau disagreed on a recently announced 2-month sales tax holiday and $250 Canadian $168 checks to Canadians, which Freeland called a costly political gimmick. Freeland argued that Canada couldn't afford such policies in the context of Trump's threat to impose 25% tariffs on the country he made in November. Our country is facing a grave challenge, Freeland said in her resignation letter. That means keeping our fiscal powder dry today, so we have the reserves we may need for a coming tariff war. She said her decision came after Trudeau told her the week prior that he didn't want her to stay as the country's finance minister. Her departure, which came right before she was to deliver the government's budget, blindsided the government and has seemingly brought Trudeau and his already fragile Liberal Party to the brink. Members of Trudeau's party have called on him to resign, alongside Canada's 3 opposition party leaders, who said on Monday Trudeau should leave office. Pierre Poilievre, leader of the opposition Conservative Party of Canada, has called for an early federal election. Everything is spiraling out of control. We simply cannot go on like this, he said. In November, Trump said he would impose a sweeping 25% tax on all products entering the country from Canada and Mexico in an effort to combat illegal migration and the fentanyl crisis in the U.S. Economists have warned such tariffs would hurt the Canadian economy significantly. Canada accounted for some $437 billion, 420 years of U.S. imports in 22, and was equally the largest market for U.S. exports in same year, according to U.S. government data. Canada sends about 75% of its total exports to the U.S. As tensions rise and economies intertwine, Canada's future remains uncertain. Does this political storm reshape the nation's identity, or is it merely a fleeting controversy? One thing is clear, the choices made today will echo for generations to come. What do you think? Could Canada ever become the 51st state? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth explorations of the issues shaping our world.